fans, welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Buffalo Bills at Denver Broncos, NFL Divisional Saturday 2025-2026. We have the AFC Divisional, first of two games. The AFC Divisional, both the games we go live for, AFC matchups. Of course, we have the Patriots and Texans tomorrow, along with a Morocco match. It's part of our double. We have a Canada game later tonight, which we'll keep an eye on the 49ers game as well while that's going on. And I'll tell you who wins it. But we'll be focusing mostly on the Canada game unless I have to... But either way, it's in USA. They're playing in LA. Canada, Guatemala's playing in LA. It's too cold to play in Canada right now. Good. He's still in the Rumble, though. So maybe not automatically, but he'll find a way. I could see him winning the Rumble and pulling a John Cena and giving his title shot away at the Chamber as well. But either way, Tadeo Allende will be back with Miami. By the way, just saw that. But we have Broncos Bills right now. Again, too cold in Canada to play in Canada right now. Do you want the Broncos to win? I picked them to win the game. Does it matter to me? If the Patriots win, they're going to have to play a team that's tough to beat. The Bills are hot right now, especially if they win. We saw what happened the last time they played in Foxborough. The Patriots could beat them, but they can't shoot themselves in the foot. They play the Broncos, they're going to Denver. And playing in Denver for the Patriots has been hell in playoff history. So it's not just when Manning was there. They also lost to Jake Plummer once. So, in Denver. So, we're getting ready to do this game. But we'll see how this game goes. Either way, I mean, I think the Patriots can beat both these teams on their day. They've already beaten the Bills once in Buffalo. They had a lead. They beat them through 3 or 4 halves through the season. So, I mean, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Maybe they knew what they were doing. Either way, Broncos, it's going to be tough playing in Denver, but I'd still say Drake May's more of a dynamic quarterback than Bo, in my opinion. They're both good, but I think Drake May's more dynamic. But how does that turn in Buffalo or Denver? How we doing, Rory? So what? 2 touchdowns, 20 completions. Like, Bo does his job. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he's a game manager. It's just like Peyton Manning, except his arm is in a noodle at this point. Like, the Broncos, why they're so good is exactly why they won the Super Bowl 10 years ago. It was not Peyton Manning. I know. Good for her. I really could care less. With that being said, The Broncos are good this year for the same reason they were good 10 years ago. Because their defense is amazing, and they have a quarterback who doesn't screw it up. The only thing different with Bo than Manning is at that point, Manning had no arm left. He had a noodle for an arm. And Bo's definitely better than Brock Osweiler, so do with that what you will. See, at least there's some respect for Bo. He's better than Brock Osweiler. That's not a high bar to clear. But still. And he's better than 2015 Peyton Manning because he has an arm. That Peyton Manning should have never won a Super Bowl. I'm not saying it was rigged for him to go out that way. That Broncos defense was just that good. And Brady, and for some reason, Tom Brady hated playing in Denver. Like when he played in Denver, he looked like a punk. I don't know. Either way, how we doing, McChronicle? 35 degrees in Denver today, 7-mile-per-hour winds, clear skies. But let's also remember the altitude. Broncos will receive the first half kick. Buffalo gets it at the half. Buffalo deferred the decision till the half. And here's the kick, and we're off. Broncos in orange, Buffalo in white. Here we go. And there's a tackle at the 25. Denver will start the 25. Bo Nix beginning his second playoff game, both against the Buffalo Bills. Of course, they had the first round bye, the Denver Broncos, and there's a Bills player down on the ground after that tackle. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bills player injured off the tackle. See what this is. Oh! Ooh! That doesn't look pretty. I can tell you that much right now. Williams injured during the play. Williams made the tackle, got injured. Marvin Mims made the return. That's not the way you want to start a game if you're Buffalo. Doesn't look pretty. Dorian Williams is gone. Who's going to play linebacker now? I'm not sure. That's not the way you want to start if you're the Buffalo Bills. Losing one of your better players on kickoff coverage. That's not. And I thought people said this new kickoff was safe. I'm kidding. Nothing is safe. I don't care how much. Let me say this. Nothing in gridiron football is safe, no matter how much you want to make it safe. You remember that South Park episode, Sarcastaball? Yeah. That's the point. You can't make gridiron football safe. No matter how much you want to punkify it, you cannot make it safe. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get concussions. You're going to get CTE. Like, yeah, the helmets, look, I'm not saying I love that that's the case. I don't. But the fact that football has been weakened because, we got to make sure our players stay safe. Like, I'm not saying I want players to get freaking headhunted and have head-to-head contact every game. No. But, like, hey, if you want to keep players safe, just make it touch football. Make it flag football. Maybe it's just the way the world is. I don't know. Either one. Yeah, I would go to Denver. I mean, yeah, I totally. Yeah. I would love to go to Denver. I'd love to go there. Would be enjoyable. Preferably, no, I will not be there for the AFC Championship game. If it's the Patriots, no. I wouldn't mind it. Somebody could comp me some tickets. Definitely find my way there, but I mean, my birthday is in like 4 days or 3 days. Either way, Bo Nix takes the snap, fakes the handoff, steps up, throws, and caught. Be a first down for the Denver Broncos. We are back. Good start, I guess. I mean, that's exactly what it was. Captain check down. 8-1 home record this season for Bo and the Broncos. Most wins in the NFL. If they make it 10-1, they go to the Super Bowl. If they make it 9-2, well, that means the Patriots beat them. Who am I kidding? That's not going to happen. He was 13-22 last year, the wild card. Both his playoff games have came against Buffalo. And that is tackled behind the line. No, he is not. 4 yards, 5 yards, second down. The Bills almost got him behind the line, but no, they did not. Oh, 2nd and 4. Yeah, losing your linebacker would do that. We're just going all to the strong side. Just like, boom. Just pulls the offensive line to the strong side. They get him off the edge, and they still can't tackle him. 6-yard gain, 13-43. Motion, snap. Bo steps back, has time to throw. Throws down the middle. Caught! 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 Wow. I thought that was almost picked. Damn. Pat Bryant makes the catch. Had a bill all over him, and I thought that was almost picked or tipped, but no, Pat Bryant holds on. Damn. He's good. Past midfield at the 41-yard line. In the shotgun. Bo takes a snap, throws short. A shovel pass. 5 yards for Bryant. Pat Bryant with 3 targets. And he's down hurt. Damn. And Pat Bryant's walking off the field. Learn how to tackle, guys. Yeah, here's the problem with that. I've noticed this for a while in any gridiron football. They don't wrap up their tackles. They don't tackle correctly. Like college, that Ole Miss game against Miami, Ole Miss tried to arm tackle everybody, and that's why they lost the game. Nobody knows the fundamentals anymore. Jesus Christ. Bo takes the snap, has time to throw at the sticks, tackled outside of it. Let's see if they get forward motion. No, they don't. 3rd down. Bills are banged up for sure. Not going to be an easy game still. How we doing, Daniel? Arsenal drop points, Tottenham losing at the last moment. Damn. Oh, I know. Trust me on the fundamentals. Okay, as long as you know where I'm going with this. 3rd 1. They give him the 4 yards before he went out of bounds. 3rd 1, 12 minutes to go the first quarter. Motion. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Bo takes snap, hands off, and tackled. No! He pulled it back. Oh my. I thought he faked the handoff, but not to throw it. He took it himself. 1st down. Wow. They had the running back at the line. Genjutsu. Bo had it, though. Yep. Genjutsu. Bo had the ball. He got the 1st down. How we doing, Henry? Bo has the ball. Tipped away behind the line. Whoever said that's line. Fuck's wrong with people? I would never. Let's go, Bills. Being serious, I know Pepito's joking, but I can't help but let me be serious here. One, I would never. Two, whoever told you that, if somebody did, is a liar. Third of all, what the fuck is wrong with people? That's all I can say. I agree. Whoever does, fuck them. I agree. Whoever does, fuck them. And that's a quarterback sneak first down. Oh no, the Bills think that's a fourth. I don't know. Either way. No problem. When I say I'm libertarian, I mean that. That's not read between the lines shit for me, okay? To be clear, I can't just let that joke stand because some motherfucker's gonna take that and run with it. I have. When I say I'm a libertarian, I mean that shit. I mean that. Here's the way I like to put it. I'm so libertarian. I want anybody to, but this makes the point for you. I want my gay friends to be able to have a marijuana farm and defend it with AK-47s. And be able to defend it with AK-47s. I mean, that goes for anybody, but that makes the point, right? Either way. 4th and inches for the Broncos. Fourth and inches. And that's a first down for the Broncos. Well, don't worry. I'm not selling my soul to the frickin'. Well, Mile High, don't worry. I love dark humor too, but there's a line, okay? I have to. There are some things that you can't let stand, especially if, well. And that's a fumble. Bills, get the ball. I think they did. I ain't gonna sell my soul for $200,000 a year to sell out my fellow man or fellow man, fellow woman, fellow whatever. Okay? No. I'm better than that. It's offside. Bills fans don't get excited. Saw it from here. Oh, well, damn. I can make $200,000 offside for the Bills. That will not be a fumble return. I can make $200,000. Well, if I wanted to make a non-righteous $200,000, I'd just join the mob. At least the mob aren't as dirty. Now, see, that's a joke you could make. Hands it off. Bo still has it. Sack behind the line. Still in field goal range, though. Besides, if you were in the mob, you could still make way more than $200,000 a year, even if you were kicking up. But either way, either way. Either way. Throwing forward. Caught. Oh, no. Incomplete. $5 a pound. Either way. But 3rd and 6. Bo throws it. Incomplete. 4th down. The Bills force a field goal. Wow. So, as long as we're clear, $7:33. It's going to snow in New England. Okay, that's good. Field goal after all that. I'll take it. Will Lutz. I miss him on the Saints. 28-yard attempt. With that downer, 4-mile-per-hour wind, snap, hold, kick is good. Will Lutz with a 28-yard field goal. Let me make sure if I'm even with it. Yeah, I am. Okay, that's just weird. Here we go. 28-yard field goal. But if that was the way you were going to get me to speak on it, I guess. That was genius. He couldn't hit the ocean even if it was at the beach. But with that being said, let's focus on the football. Either way, waiting for the next drive to start. What will the Bills do? Bad Bunny, I'm excited for the halftime show, says HJU. I mean, I'm interested to see how they do it, you know. I feel like it'll be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. 7:29 left in the first quarter. I don't care about the bowl. If it's the Patriots, I'll watch it. I'll go all out for my Super Bowl party if the Patriots are in it. If it's anybody else, I'll still have food. It's not really a party. Who am I kidding? But if it's the Patriots, I'll go all out. Either way, Chick-fil-A, chicken nuggets, homemade sausage balls, rotel with sausage in it, chips. If it's just anybody else, it'll be like bagged, baked, 20 minutes, sausage balls and rotel. But, you know, either way, at the 30-yard line, that was never going to happen. Rams could still make it. I'm not saying they can't. I don't trust them, but either way. Chargers, on the other hand, I don't know. Well, I mean, that's why the Second Amendment is a thing. That's why the Second Amendment's a thing. It's always been a thing. You always should, if you have the Second Amendment, maybe, and they're going to the 50, 45, James Cook with a big run. You know, because the Second Amendment was to protect against a tyrannical government, a well-formed militia, a well-regulated militia. Do I need to say it? I mean, that's either way. The Constitution still exists. I look okay, and I really don't eat that healthy. But either way, 6 and 6, 1st and 10, 6:36 to go. There's a timeout on the play by the Bills. Point is, you're an idiot. In my opinion, if you do not exercise your Second Amendment rights to protect yourself, you're an idiot. Okay? That's just my opinion. Whether it's been just in general, frankly. Just in general, frankly. I don't care if you hate guns. I don't care if you want to go hunting. If you don't have a freaking small revolver in your house just to protect yourself, or a rudimentary shotgun just to protect yourself, you're weird. To the first down line. So, that's just me, though. That's just me. I'm not saying you need a freaking AK to protect your home. But I'm not saying you need a Uzi to protect your home. But, you know. Oh, yeah. Well, that's just because it's California. I can't help you there. Hey, there's something called the secondary market. How do you think? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. 1st and 10, 6:18. I mean, either way, 1st and 10. Allen throws for a first down to the 22. You all suck at driving. Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, Cali drivers. Oh, okay. Well, that still suck at driving. No, I'm just glad he went to the Mets. I'm more mad about Kyle Tucker, frankly. The Blue Jays offered 10 years and 300-something million, and he went to the Dodgers. That's what pisses me off. We focused on Kyle Tucker way too much to get Bo. Bo felt slighted. The Mets gave him high AAV. We didn't have time to make an offer to go for our plan B, and he went to the Mets. At least he went to the Mets. I mean, I'll still like him. I have a soft spot for the Mets. I have no problem with it. Maybe I'll buy a Bo Bichette Mets jersey. I still like Ernie Clement better anyway. So, either way. Playing forward, Shakir has it to the first down marker. Maybe missed it by a yard. 1 first down, 446. So, real talk. I still think the Blue Jays win the AL East, though. I think they've made a lot of good moves this offseason. The Yankees ain't done shit. Red Sox will be a bit better. Rays they'll bounce back. Orioles will bounce back. But I still think the Jays will win the AL East with what they've done comparatively to where everybody else started. It was already going to happen. Even if the Blue Jays won the World Series, it was already going to happen. I just hope the Blue Jays somehow upset the Dodgers and win the World Series and there's still a lockout. We're world champions for 2 straight years. Or 3. Like 26, lockout 28. Just like it was in 94. And the Broncos have the ball. Broncos run out of the pile with the ball. 4 minutes to go. It was always going to happen. Let's see. Did the Buffalo Bills fumble the ball? Bills, Broncos, 1st and 10 for the Bills. Let's see what they say. Hey, we'll see you soon. 3:30 to go. Snap the ball, Bills, before they freaking challenge. 3:25. And the Bills look like, or the Broncos look like they're going to challenge. Timeout. Broncos take a timeout. See if they challenge during the timeout or just take a timeout. 1st and 10. 3 Bills players at the Pro Bowl. 6 Broncos. They will only go if they go to the Super Bowl. Well, not go to the Super Bowl. That's weird. The NRA helping with gun control. That's weird. That's a string of words that you rarely see. 3:22. Hands it off, and that's about 2 yards. No, they did not challenge it. That's thoughts on Trick Williams attacking Sami Zayn. I didn't watch it. I don't know. I just know Sami's in the freaking Fatal 4-Way, so that's all I know. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, 2nd and 8. Second and 8. To be fair, they had it pretty. 10.5 yard line. Throws. 2nd down. Oh, no. Third and 6. 2:19 left in the first quarter. Quickly ran through the first quarter. .203. Josh Allen rolls out. He runs to the first down line. Fumbled. He was marked down. That's, well, either way. That's wild. At the 2 yard line, 1st down and goal. Josh Allen That's way too far out for a quarterback sneak. Then again, he got 10 yards on one last week. 128. I would take another NYCFC MLS Cup run over a Yankee World Series. Yes. Yeah, he was down when he dropped the ball. First and goal. Snap taken, handed off to James Cook. He's hit at the line, and he goes down at the 4. Second down and goal. Lose yardage. – 18 seconds to go. Broncos push the Bills back to the 4. Bills have a chance to throw short. Caught! Touchdown, Bills! Hardman scores. There it is. Nicole Hardman scores a touchdown. 4-yard touchdown catch. End around and good catch by Nicole Hardman, former Chief. Catches it and takes it in. 4-yard touchdown catch. 6-3, and that's the extra point is good. 7-3 Buffalo. And that'll end the first quarter unless there's a kickoff, or at least a scoring in the first quarter unless there's a kickoff return. Matt Prater makes the extra point. There it is. So. But either way. And Buffalo has the lead. Nah. A blank Baseball Hall of Fame ballot. Jesus Christ. I hate when the voters do that. My God. And that's out for a touchback. Seven to 3, Broncos are back out on the field. They'll have one play at the 20 before we go to the second quarter. Both teams scored on their first drive. Buffalo scored more. And they fumble the ball! Fumble the ball! Slippery hands! And incomplete. And that's the end of the quarter, and they still have the ball. 2nd and 10. What the hell were they doing? Jesus H. Christ. Man, if the Bills jumped on that, oh my God. Are the Broncos actually frauds? I think the question needs to be asked. Are they actually frauds? What was that? I don't know. Do the football gods want the Broncos to win with those bounces, or are they frauds? I'm not sure. There's been so many fumbles this playoffs. I'm not even kidding. Oh, okay. That was some. I can't believe. I hope the Bills don't regret that. That was crazy. Joe Ryan for the Yankees. Okay. They finally made a signing. Wow. Seven to 3. Bo throws it away, third down. Williams had a neck injury. Brian evaluated for concussion. Third and 10. Bo sets up the throw. Throws. Caught! Bills think it's incomplete. Referees call it incomplete. I mean, let's see if he hit the ground as he was catching it. No, he dropped it. He did drop it. He did drop it at the last second. Nice punch out by Lewis. Sutton drops it. It's fourth down. He did drop it at the last second. It did not survive the ground. Crawshaw to punt. Wow. The Bills make the Broncos look amateur on that drive. Bills have the ball to start the second half, by the way, so we'll see where that goes. We'll be live for the Canada-Guatemala game as well later tonight. 14:42. Well, at least we'll try to be. I have it set up. We're going to see if that third-party stream that I found shows it, but that's pretty much the only one I can use. with that being said, we'll see how the rest of this game goes. We'll do the Canada game, review it, and be done. Waiting for the next Bills drive. 7-3. Here we go. You would think, but either way. Here we go. At the 37-yard line. 37-yard line is where the Bills start. 1st and 10. They got down the field pretty easily on that first drive. See what they do here with a more tired Broncos defense who barely got any time to rest. The Bills have lost to Patrick Mahomes 4 out of the last 5 postseasons. Joe Burrow's the other one. Bills, they say the Bills have an open path to the Super Bowl this year without KC and Cincinnati in the way. They're 8-0 versus everybody else. They're 0-5 against KC and Cincinnati. Josh Allen runs 50, 40, 35. First down. Easy as you like. And the Bills, well, the way this one's going, if the Patriots win tomorrow, they will host the AFC Championship with the way this one's going. The Broncos look like they're dead in the water. The Bills have the ball to start this third quarter. The Bills are running through them like a hot knife through butter. This is ugly. This is ugly. Flips the ball back. James Cook fumbles. And I just jinxed the Bills. Broncos have the ball. James Cook fumbled the ball. And the Broncos have it. Helmeted out of James Cook's arms and picked up by the Broncos. Second quarter, 13-20. What is this game? Oh, yeah, that fumble wasn't his fault. Wow. 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 Come on, stop with the drop passes. They haven't even thrown one. Well, I don't know. Seven fumble for James Cook this season. Broncos have it at the 31. They hand it off. That's going to be a first down to the 45. Broncos get a first down. Feels like it's going to be a weird game with like 4 turnovers. Probably 44-yard line. Bo throws it tipped. Tipped by the Bills. 2nd and 10. Epinesa with a tip. The Edwardsville High man. A.J. Epinesa. The former Edwardsville High man. Former Edwardsville Tiger. Metro East represent with a tip. Hands it off. First, no, it is a first down. Survives the contact, first down for the Broncos, past midfield. Bet you didn't know that. Either way. Bo rolls out. Time to run. Has room. Hit. Side swap. 2nd down. Second and 9. In the shotgun, midfield. Caught! What a throw. Marvin Mims Jr. with a catch, 1st and 10. Wow. What a throw. What a play. What a play. Marvin Mims with a good catch there. Bishop with a tackle. What a throw. 1st and 10. Hands it off. Hit behind the line. Bills get them to a 2nd down, and they lost yards, the Broncos. I guess we making Red Bull Ford powertrains now. Boom. 2nd and 12. Second and 12. Bo. Time to throw. Rolls out. Runs for a first and slides. He might have slid short. Could it be a third down? Stop sliding so early. I think he might have slid a bit early. Maybe 3 and 1. Yep, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Bo goes round, and that'll be a touchdown for the Broncos. Did he throw it to the guard? He threw it to the offensive guard. Touchdown. Touchdown for Frank Crum. Frank Crum, the offensive tackle, for a touchdown. Oh, wow. 7-9. Wow. He reported as eligible, 7-yard touchdown pass. And he runs the outside. Will Lutz for the extra point to make it 7-10. Denver gets the lead back. Extra point is good, 7-10. See if the Bills answer back before halftime. This isn't the same Bo as last year. A lot of fourth quarter comebacks. Next drive. Either way. Next drive. Bills will get it back. Steve Marrero didn't hold back on what he said about Celtic and Nancy's time there. I mean, I think Wolff and Nancy got screwed, but either way. That was a good play by the Broncos. Smart play. Caught. Bills have the ball. They'll return it to the 25, to the 30, to over the 30-yard line, 32-yard line. Good return by the Bills. Flag on the play. See if that pushes the Bills forward. Honestly, I agree. I agree with that, actually. Blocking the back on the Bills. 15-yard penalty, first down. So that actually pushes the Bills back. I'm actually scared about that too. I know that a lot of people in that group don't know sports, and they don't know sports with international games that anybody truly cares about. Because gridiron football certainly doesn't have a World Cup. Hockey, well, is a pretty conservative sport. But either way, no, I am scared about that. I agree, honestly. That does kind of scare me. That there's some backwoods jackass that's going to look at that and be like, look at what they're doing to us. Be like, it's the World fucking Cup. Have you not? No, I agree. Or even worse. I agree, honestly. The Bills center's being evaluated for a concussion. 2nd down and 10. I don't. Snap, taken, handed off to Cook. Cook to the 20 or a yard away from a first down. Well, tush push. Bills have got the first down. First down, Bills. 1st and 10. They'll push it forward. .824. Let me tell you a couple of 3 things. At the 28-yard line, Bills hand it off. Cook pushes forward. Second and 5. Getting close to the 40. Cook had it to the 40, gets to the 50, gets past midfield. James Cook. That's the first time that's ever happened in this house on stream. Damn. That's crazy. To the 42-yard line, past midfield for the Bills. Allen, time to throw, short, has room to run. Knox, first down. Bills are really doing well against the Broncos defense, besides the fumble they caused. Allen, sacked. Yes. Yes, I do. 2nd and 17 for the Bills. Short throw. Shakir has time to run. Gets back to the 30. 3rd down. They're in field goal range. They'll have a chance to tie the game. 5:05. Third and 10. Damn, Mohamed Salah missed a penalty in the shootout, the 3rd place game for Egypt. Wow. Snap. Allen, time to throw. Caught! That'll be a 1st down for the Bills. Cooks keeps it alive. Damn, Mohamed Salah missed a penalty. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Damn. Egypt lost on penalties to Nigeria 4-2. 3rd place match at the 15-yard line for the Bills. 40th career postseason reception for Brandon Cooks. He hasn't had a touchdown the postseason. What? Not even with the Patriots that time he made the Super Bowl before he got knocked out? No way. He didn't have a touchdown that postseason run? Shit, I would have thought. Damn, that would have been a crazy misremembering if he. Jesus, 2nd and 8. Fumble snap. Allen runs up to the line. 3rd down. Allen fumbled the snap, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 8. Allen rolls out. Flag on the play. Is it a free play? Caught! Dropped in the end zone. We'll see if it's a free play. Coleman dropped in the end zone. We'll see if it's a free play. It's on the Bills. Holding, offense. Penalties declined. 4th down. Torrance called for holding. It'll be a field goal attempt for the Bills with 2:17 to go in the 2nd. Damn, it's only been an hour. A little bit over an hour for the 1st quarter. That's crazy. It's crazy. Dropped. Well, it wouldn't have been a touchdown anyway, so. Prater for a 33-yard field goal. Matt Prater, 16-18 in the postseason, 55-long field goal. He probably wouldn't make that this year, but, you know. Either way, snap, kick, hold, and it's good. It's good. 10-10. Matt Prater with a 33-yard field goal. (10-10) tie game with 2:17 to go. Bills get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, by the way. They have to get a stop. Well, we'll see if they get a stop here. Let's see. Bills have 2 timeouts. Broncos have 2. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Next drive, let's see. Next drive. 2:13 left in the second quarter. We will soon be at halftime. Before you even know it. This was a pretty fast game so far, to be real. Damn, Mecole Hardman's first touchdown catch since the Super Bowl he won was today. Damn. That was 2 years ago. Almost. Tackle at the 30-yard line. How crazy is that? Mecole Hardman hadn't caught a touchdown pass in the NFL for 2 years almost until today. From Super Bowl 58 to today, it was almost 2 years. That's crazy. Like, that's actually crazy. That's crazy, man. That went by real fast. I'm sure for him it didn't. 1st and 10. 2:06 to go the second quarter. One play before the 2-minute warning. Bo Nix pulls it back. Throws. Caught. No, incomplete. Incomplete. 2:01. And there will still be a play before the 2-minute warning. Or the game. Oh, the game went by real fast. So far, yeah. Not that I'm complaining. We'll be back at 9 o'clock for the Canada game. At the 30-yard line. Sutton dropped the ball, or didn't even catch it. 2nd and 10. This will be the 2-minute warning after this play. Bo Nix throws. That'll be a 3rd down. And 2-minute warning. 1:55 left. 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 3. Broncos still have the ball. Bills will get it the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 3. We haven't had a national championship decided by one possession in 8 years. January 8, 2018, 2,931 days. Damn. It's crazy. Courtland Sutton needs to catch those wide open throws. They almost were in field goal range if he caught that. See what happens here. Third and 3. Will the Broncos get stopped here by the Bills? Bo Nix steps out of the pocket. Time to throw and caught. Be a first down, and there may be an injury on that play. First down with 1:45 to go. Broncos are a second half team. Will do better after halftime. We'll see. Mims is hobbled, but he gets up and he's still on the field. 1:32. Bo throws and it's incomplete. Ball's not dead. Ball's not dead. I don't think. Nope, it is a dead ball. 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass. Trying to see if it was a strip sack. It hits his arm. Rousseau hits Bo's arm. He didn't hit the ball. It's an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass, yes. 1:23. Second and 10. Bo Nix, 2nd and 10, hit at the line. That's stopped at the 50. 1:20. Buddy will go. Yeah, Buddy will go with it. 3rd and 3. They're 10 yards away from the field goal target line for Will Lutz. Bo Nix runs. He'll get him to the field goal line. No, he will not. First down, though. 2 yards away from a field goal line. First and 10, 56 seconds. They're under a minute. No timeouts have been taken yet. Buddy gets it past the line. Flag on the play. Holding offense. 10-yard penalty. First down. They're back to a 1st and 20. I don't know. A competitor? I mean, that's football for you. Somebody's going to do what they do. It's a high-intensity playoff game. That's a killer. 1st and 20, 51 seconds, and that pushes them 18 yards behind the field goal line. Habs playing Ottawa a little bit. 1,149 penalty yards this season, most in NFL. They're back to where they started. Well, not where they started, but where they were a couple of seconds ago. Bo throws complete to the 50. Harvey catches it, second down. They take timeout. The Broncos take their second timeout. First of the drive. .44 seconds. Look. Timeout taken. 10-10. Tuesday, February 3rd is the Pro Bowl games. The Tuesday before the Super Bowl. So I guess it's still before the Super Bowl, but I don't know if I like that. Pro Bowl the same week as the Super Bowl. It's just whatever. Well, I can't even watch it. CONCACAF's being played that day, but who cares? It's a flag football game. Who gives a shit? May not even be that anymore. Who knows? The Pro Bowl games, of course. Ford plays on the 3rd, yeah. Well, we know which one we're going live for then, I guess. Kirk Cousins took Matt Ryan's spot on the NFL Today. Well, there you go. 2nd and 10. The Broncos are 2 yards away from a field goal line. Bills take a timeout. 44 seconds left in the second quarter. Second and 10. Bo steps back, throws, incomplete. 3rd down. 38 seconds to go. I'm sure they're going to try a field goal from here if they don't get the first down. And there's a Bills player down hurt. If the Broncos don't get a first down from here, I'm sure they'll try a longer field goal. It is Denver, though, so it might go in anyway. Now, if there's a sack, that's a different story. If they have an incomplete pass and they're in the same place they were, well, there you go, I guess. Seven o'clock is when the next game starts. Waiting for the next play. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. One, he ain't even on the field. Second of all, that's fucked. Second of all, that's just fucked. Don't go for anybody's knees. Later today, or that's just next week, 2 p.m. and 5:30 for the AFC NFC championships. We'll go live for both, especially if the Patriots make it. And then we'll review both games after. Third and 10. Will the Bills make a stop on this third down? Caught! First down! 30 seconds to go. That's a timeout for Bills or Broncos. Timeout for the Broncos. Caught. That is complete. Or did he go down as soon as he... First and 10. It is a first down. First and 10, 32 seconds. No timeouts left. Bills rush, thrown incomplete, 29 seconds. Second and 10. Bo's getting frustrated. Damn. Bo. Stepping up to throw. Deep. Complete. Touchdown. Touchdown, Broncos. And that is Lil Jordan Humphrey. What a throw over the top, and there's the touchdown. 29-yard touchdown pass to Lil Jordan Humphrey. Lil Jordan Humphrey, there we go. And the Broncos have an extra point, and the Bills have 22 seconds to work with to at least get a field goal before they get the ball at the start of the third quarter. And it's good. It's 10-17. They have 22 seconds to work with. 22 seconds. Our dumb bleep defensive coordinator's at fault for that. He should have blitzed third down. I agree with that. They get to the 25-30. 16 seconds left in the quarter. 1st and 10. Can the Bills get it to field goal range? If they do, they would take the lead with a touchdown in the third quarter. They don't. Oh, Musiala's back. Good. Is McDermott out if the Bills lose? I mean, if the Bills agree with the talk from regular people of like this was an open field with no Mahomes and no Lamar for Josh Allen, he might be out of a job. Run out of bounds. Flips it back. And that'll be the end of the quarter. And the Broncos have it. And the Broncos have it. Oh my God. What the hell was he thinking? He went for broke and he gave the Broncos the ball back to make it 1st and 10. And I guarantee you, after all that, guess what they're going to do? When they recovered the ball back at the 35? Yeah, field goal attempt to just extend the lead. You could have had the game tied. Now, extra, here's a field goal attempt by Will Lutz, just to put the knife in the gut. 50-yard attempt. 5 east winds at 5 miles per hour, and he's going to hit it. Field goal is good, and that's the end of the half. It's 20-10. The Bills just gave them 3 points. 3 for your mistakes. Just gave them 3 for their mistakes. 50-yard field goal. (10-20). The Bills just absolutely choked right there, and it's halftime. Idiots. Bunch of idiots. Bunch of idiots. 10-20. We're going to halftime, and the Bills will get the second half kickoff. But now they have to score a touchdown on their first drive of this third quarter, because if they don't, they really just shot themselves in the foot. They really just shot themselves in the foot. Ay, ay, ay. Bunch of idiots. That was a stupid way to give up 3 points. That was stupid. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats. I had the Broncos winning before the game, and frankly, right now, I think after that fumble, the game is flipped towards the Broncos. I don't see them blowing it. I don't see them blowing it. I don't see where I don't see where the Bills take this back. I don't. I think that fumble flipped the game. The Bills were running through them like a hot knife through butter until the fumble of James Cook. And then after that, the Broncos have just taken over. I had them winning before the game. I had the Broncos making the AFC Championship this whole week and the whole playoffs. I don't see why that would change. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, come back to talk about what we thought about the first half, and then watch the second half. And then, of course, we'll be live for the Canada game and review that later. And we'll have the Morocco game and Patriots double tomorrow, and then the NFL divisional round recap later Tuesday or Sunday night. Then we'll have the national championship game on Monday night. With that being said, sit tight, be back. Short break, 10 to 20. We're back at the half. 30 more minutes left in this game. We will see who wins the other game, the 49ers Seahawks game, while we're live for the Canada game, or maybe I'll just flip it to a 49ers Seahawks live stream under a different name if I can't watch, and no review if I can't. If the site that I found doesn't work, for the Canada-Guatemala game, I'll have to just follow the score. And we'll flip the idea, or flip the way, or either way. We'll review every NFL playoff divisional game Sunday night after the Bears-Rams game. So there'll be 2 reviews tomorrow. We'll have the Morocco-Patriots double live, of course. Morocco-Senegal, Patriots-Texans double live. We'll review the AFCON final 2 hours after it's over, but it is what it is. And then we'll have, after the end of the Broncos or the Bears-Rams game, we'll review all 4. I'll still be watching all 4 divisional games, and I'll review all of them and tell you how my predictions went and all that. And we move. On Monday, we do the national championship game on Monday, live RSR. That's simple. And then Tuesday, I got the birthday show. I got a birthday show on Tuesday night, live stream. About an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of just shooting the breeze. Bum, 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 10 to 20. Here comes the second half. And we're off. Bills get the kickoff of the second half to the 25-yard line. If the Bills don't score a touchdown on this drive, I think they're cooked. They might as well be cooked. 14:56. Ten points in the last 22 seconds of the half for the Broncos. They outscored the Bills 17-3 in the second quarter. If this game ends up being a Broncos win, that's where the story is told. Hit at the line is James Cook. The Broncos are on fire right now. Can you take me higher to a place where I can see? Either way, here we go. And that's a fumble. Broncos pick up the ball at the 15-yard line. And that's a fumble. And the Broncos have the ball. I don't know. Benito made the sack, but let's see. Well, it went parallel. Roach made the recovery. $20-10. First and 10 at the 22 or 18. Hit at the line. Harvey, he keeps running. And the Broncos are going about to run away with this one. Hands it off. Third down. And I think the Bills might have just lost the game there. Hands it off. Broncos hit behind the line. That's a fourth down, and they'll hold him to a field goal attempt. Even though Will Lutz is going to make it, unless it's blocked. Fourth and 4. No, they're going for it. What? Broncos are going for it. This could flip the momentum if the Bills stop them here. Fourth and 4. Nope. They take the delay of game. They tried to get them offside, and they did not. It will be a field goal attempt. Will Lutz, 2 for 2, made a 28 and a 50 field goal. 33-yard attempt is going to be good for Will Lutz. Just inside the post. It's 10-23. And I think the Broncos might have just clinched the game there. 33-yard field goal from the former Saint, Will Lutz. Still just as automatic as ever. Who dat? 10-23. Who dat? Oh. There we go. Bills get the ball back. Let's see. Here comes the kickoff for Lutz. 11:35. Caught. Bills get to the 23. We'll see how this goes. First and 10. Throws an incomplete. Bills, second and 10. Second and 10. Allen. No time to throw. Slips out of the pocket. Throws. Caught. Kincaid. First down and more. Good play. 11-14. Hands it off. 3 yards for the Bills. Second down. Second and 8, 10-23. The Bills need to get a touchdown here. It's that simple. It's that simple. They need a touchdown. Allen throws down the middle. Kincaid just short of the first. Just short. 3rd and 1. Tush push is a first down. 926. 3 wins when trailing by 10-plus points, tied for most in the NFL for the Bucks. New Orleans has done the same. They did not make the playoffs, though. Sadly enough, the Saints aren't in the playoffs. Who dat? 1st and 10. Josh Allen throws. Knox is hit at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 2. Why does this feel like a Week 6 London game? Bills underachieving in the playoffs. Nature is healing. They've been doing that for years. 2nd and 3 at the 30. Hands it off. 1st down for Cook to the 20-yard line in the red zone. The Bills get another 1st down. They have to get a touchdown on this drive. They have to. And then get a stop. The Bills' play calling is so one-dimensional. That is true, but they're still getting moved through. $19-yard line. Hit the like button. Let's get this one going. Throws caught. No, just inches away for Shakir. To a 1st. Just inches away from a 1st. Probably about 2nd and 1. Buffalo doesn't need to change anything. Just quit turning the damn ball over. He was a yard away. 2nd and 1. 7:08 3rd quarter. Khalil Shakir gets them a yard away from a 1st down. And they're about to be 1st and goal if they could turn this. Or if they could convert. They're at the 10-yard line. They'll be 9 yards away from the end zone. That'll be a 1st down. Maybe even a touchdown. Broncos. Keon Coleman has scored. Keon Coleman scores the touchdown. He breaks the plane. And it's 16-23. 6-point lead. He does break the plane before his knee touches the ground. Maybe a yard short. But Keon Coleman, as of now, has scored touchdown for the Bills. And it will count. Keon Coleman, 10-yard touchdown catch, extra point from Prater. 17-23 if he hits it, and he has 17-23. 6 points. 6-point deficit. The Bills are still alive. 10-yard touchdown catch. The Bills get a stop. They score a touchdown. They'll have the lead. Interesting to see where this goes. 23-17. It's 23-17, not 23-19. Who? What meme is that? Is that a new meme? Hey, Unc. I am almost. I'll be 26 in a couple of days. I probably am, Unc. Oh, Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. Oh. Oh. I liked Monsters, Inc. It's not even a Disney movie that I've never watched. How the hell did I... Damn. And I did watch that Monsters, Inc. Monday Night Football game as well, and I think they made that joke as well. Damn. That one's on me. I wasn't thinking about that. Ay, ay, ay. Like if it was some sort of, I don't know. Either way. Lol. Wow. Broncos are 6 points away from having, well, they're leading by 6 points. Broncos lead by 6 points. Oof. It's crazy. Asho's Speed and his team got water bottles and projectiles thrown at him by Algerian ultra supporters as they visited their stadium and tried to attend a derby. And that kickoff will be a touchback. For soccer hooliganism, this is tame. For real. When I saw projectiles in the title, I thought I half expected to see flares being thrown at him. He better never attend a Red Star Belgrade home match. That's all I'm saying. First and 10, Bo Nix at the 35. Snap taken. They rush the quarterback. Incomplete. In the middle of two wide receivers, and it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Hands it off. Hit at the 40-yard line. The Broncos are. Third down. Third down. Third down. Third down. Let's see if the Bills get a stop. They need to. Last 4 possessions, touchdown, touchdown, field goal for the Broncos. Third and 5, 6 minutes to go, the third quarter. Bo throws. Incomplete. No. Intercepted by the Bills. Intercepted by the Bills. It is tipped and picked off. And the Bills have the ball 1st and 10. Wow. Wow. Wow, this game is flipping back and forth. 12 picks this season for Bo Nix. That is his 12th interception given up. The ball was tipped. No, it just went straight to a D lineman. Wow. Wow. Horrible throw. Deion Walker, the defensive tackle of the Bills, makes the interception without even a tip. Wow. 1st and 10. At the 40, at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:50 to go. Snap taken. Allen throws it. Shakir's tackled right at the 40. 2nd down. 2nd and 14. Quick throw, and Shakir's tackled instantly. 2nd and 14. 40-yard line. Snap taken. Throws it. It's incomplete. No, intercepted. Oh my God, he throws it right back. And the Bills throw it right back to the Broncos. Oh my God. Return to the 39. Back-to-back picks. Allen throws a deep ball, and it's picked off. And the Broncos have it back. Wow. 4:55 left in the third quarter. Wow. Damn, this game is wild. This game's wild. Wow. That is crazy. Pick. Loss of yards, pick. Next drive, let's see what the Broncos do with the ball. Hands it off. Bo fakes the handoff. Throws incomplete. Dumps it off. 2nd and 10. Funnily enough, if the Bills win the divisional, if the Bills somehow win this game, no matter what, they'd still be on the road for the AFC Championship, even if the Texans were who they played. Hands it off. 3rd down. Third down with 4:36 to go, the third quarter. First pick in last 204 pass attempts. Snaps the longest streak in Bills history without a pick. Mims to the outside. 1st down. Gets more. To the 40. They weren't even looking at him. Weren't even paying attention, were they? 4 minutes to go. First and 10. 23-17. Hit at the line. About a yard gain, second down. Jake Evans is back in the Habs lineup. Good. Second and 9. Bo Nix being rushed. Incomplete. Third down. 2:44 left in the third quarter. Bills are keeping it close, but the Broncos are staying alive. Bosa chases and makes them throw it away. Third down and 9. Forty-yard line. Oh 03, 02, 01. Bo steps out to throw, flips it, incomplete. Incomplete. Fourth down. And the Bills make them turn it over. Or, I don't think they were in field goal range. They might try. It is Denver. It is Denver, 4th and 9. Let's see. Make it a 9-point lead or punt? Nope, they're going to punt. Broncos will punt. 2:38 left in the quarter. And 17 and a half minutes left in the game. 40 to the 50-yard line. Snap taken, ball punted away. It is going to be fair caught at the 15. Broncos, let's see what the Bills do. 2:30. So let's see where the rest of this goes. Bills get the ball back. We got 1 quarter left after this. 6-point lead for the Broncos. Bills could take the lead with a touchdown. A 1-point lead, but nonetheless. That's crazy. Villano stays in. Blade dropped out of the lineup. First and 10 at the 15-yard line for the Bills. Flips it. That'll be ran by Cook to the 22. Second down. Second and 3. 17-23. They hand it off to Cook. Cook will get almost all of it, but I think third down. Third and 1. 133. Tush push. Tush push is good. First down. One minute to go. 16 minutes left in the game. The Bills will take the lead with a touchdown. Opponent rush yards per game, regular season 91.1, today 124. Bills, if the Bills win, they will go on the road no matter if the Texans or Patriots win tomorrow for the AFC Championship. Cook goes wide to the outside of the 40. First down. Patriots will play the Bills in Foxborough. Texans will play the Bills in Houston. No matter what happens tomorrow, if the Bills come back to win, they're going on the road. The Broncos, no matter what happens, if they win, they're staying at home. And they welcome the Patriots or Texans. James Cook, 16 rushes, 91 yards. And that'll end the quarter. We're going to the fourth. 17-23. And the Bills have a chance to still win this game. This game's been wild. First, second, third. 17-23 at the end of the third, and the Bills are driving for a lead. Or at least a tie before the PAT. And then, yeah. I don't know. If I'm the Bills, I think I just kick it. I take the lead and see what happens. If they score a touchdown. So, there's one game per network this weekend for the NFL. CBS right now. Fox for the 49ers and Seahawks. ESPN for the Patriots. And NBC for the Rams, Bills, or Bears. How we doing? Yes, son. What's going on? Yeah. We're going to the fourth quarter. Speed landed in Morocco. Oh, so it'll be at the final, the AFCON final. Why am I not surprised that's how he set it up? Why am I not surprised that's how he set it up? Go around Africa till Morocco plays, or going to the AFCON final. You know what? Makes sense. $15 more minutes to go. Bills could still win the game. First and 10. Josh Allen throws short, incomplete at the 40. Second and 10. $18 total touchdowns in the fourth quarter during the regular and postseason. 7 game-winning drives for Bo. Well, all the best to your friends' national team tomorrow, Morocco. And that's at the 50. Here come the Bills. The Bills to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Shakir. Hit at the 15. First down. They needed that. Well, I mean, it's more of friends of the channel, yeah. It's not like the Steelers where I'm not sure. They fly to Canada, play in Canada, go back home. Do they host the FIFA series during the June window? Because they're playing Canada in June. 46 yards, longest play of the day. Bills hand it off to James Cook. He gets about 3. Second down. Bills lead with a touchdown plus a PAT. 14 minutes to go. Second and 7. $12 targets, 12 receptions last week, 6 for 6, and only 10 yards less for Khalil Shakir. It's on One Soccer. I've also found a third-party site where it should be being streamed. We'll see what happens there. If that site doesn't work, I'm shit out of luck, and I'll just focus on the 49ers Seahawks game, plus keep the score, keep an eye on the score. And no review tonight, if that's the case. Because One Soccer's not on TV Pass. Or there's a live stream network that is like different channels from different countries, and it's not on there either. Not sure where. And no, I'm not doing a free trial of Fubo or Triller TV. 3rd and 7. 13-29. Bo Nix. Or Josh Allen. Josh Allen caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bills. Dalton Kincaid. The Canada game's in June. There's no problem. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Ties the game 23-23. Dalton Kincaid over the shoulder. Makes the catch. Josh Allen. 14-yard touchdown pass. And the extra point will take the lead. Second straight game with receiving touchdown. Extra point is good. 24-23. (24-23). 14-yard touchdown catch, extra points, takes the lead. Bills lead by 1. Yeah, no, he's asking about there's international break in March, but MLS, CONCACAF nations normally have a January game to keep fitness of the MLS guys and such. Funnily enough, do the USA? It feels like it's so quiet on that end. Mexico, I know they do. Is the USA even having one? Because it feels quiet on that end. They should be there by now. The USA should be having their camp by now. There's a March window. There's a June window before the World Cup. There's the World Cup, and then September, October, November windows. And then, of course, January, CONCACAF does their bullshit. There's a March window. That's where the FIFA Series for Uzbekistan comes in. June is a window pre-World Cup. There are World Cup warm-up games in the June window. Then there's the World Cup for a month. And then the later year windows. Oh, that could lead to some injuries, though. Any game can. They still play club games. Acting like club games can't. And they're playing like 30 of those before. Well, okay, not 30. But, well, at least the Europeans have played 30 or so, 40, 50 or so before the World Cup. And 20 in like the first half of the year. Acting like that. They're more likely to get hurt for their club. Hell, they're more likely to step on a Lego and tear their plantar fasciae than get hurt internationally for 2 extra windows. They're more likely to get hurt in a friendly for preseason if we're talking about MLSers. I mean, they're just as likely to get hurt, well, less because there's less games. Road team are 1-85 in the playoffs with a 3 or minus worse turnover differential. Buffalo might be the second team to end up making that 2-85 or whatever, because Buffalo was a -3 turnover differential. Any New Zealand games? Probably not. We'll see. Until the World Cup, God only knows. At the World Cup, we'll see. Farmers Insurance Open, January 31st, February 1st. Oh, golf's about to start again. 1st and 10, 13, 16. Yeah, the World Cup. We'll see. I know I'm doing the CONCACAF games and Morocco games and Japan games. Other than that, I haven't really, delved deep into the schedule and chose. So I got to really just delve deep into it. I've only made the January portion of my season schedule so far. I know a couple of days from now or soon I got to start making February, March, April, May, blah, 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 and all that. Like building out the spine of most of the year's schedule. But, I know I got to do that soon. 2nd and 10. Broncos hand it off to the end. Hit 2 yards in, 3rd down. 3rd down, 12:37. So I really got to dig deep into the World Cup schedule and see where their games are played and how I can't say yes, I can't say no. They're not a CONCACAF team, they're not Morocco, and they're not Japan. And even Morocco, Japan probably is lower on, and Italy. Let's not forget 12:05. Italy might be in the World Cup as well, so got to talk about that as well. Bo Nix steps back to throw, tipped away. It's 4th down. It's 4th down. The Broncos. Any green screen and ratings breakdown? Green screen? Probably not. Besides, you'd still see the couch. So it's a blue couch. The green screen will be behind the couch. We'll see. And ratings breakdown, probably not. Reviews kind of do that. 11.55. If I wanted to look at FOTMob ratings and be like, hey, here's what players got rated on FOTMob, you know. It only really gets talked about if it makes a point. Personally, I trust my eye test more than anything else anyway, so. It is what it is. Broncos, Bills lead by 1 and they have the ball back. And we will wait for the next drive. How are the Broncos not winning this game? They're starting to choke, to be real. You know, on-screen ratings. Oh, like the scoreboard? Yeah. I definitely got to work. I definitely got to work on that. You're right. But I definitely got to work on the scoreboard. Yes. Probably you're right. That's under advisement. Yeah, we'll just put it like that. Under advisement. But with that being said, we have another drive for the Bills. Fourth quarter. First and 10. Caught. First down. Bills are now methodically figuring this out. $169 total yards since the 650 mark in the third quarter for the Buffalo Bills. Broncos have not had that many. They've choked. I won't say the Bills just stopped putting the ball on the floor. Let's be real. First down for Cook. They've been playing well without putting the ball on the floor. Oh, shit. Not good. Not good. Oh, Lord. Then again, they were winning games without him, but he injured himself on his celly against the Vegas Golden Knights, and yeah. Because the Bills have always had a good running game. Always have. I guess people were right about the Broncos being frauds. It's probably my answer. Josh Allen throws it short to Knox. Knox, first down. The Bills are looking like Oh, we're good. Okay. I can't believe this has happened like 3 times today. It's the first time in like ages. Damn it, man. 2nd and 4. The Wi-Fi is supposed to be better here. I guess it's having a freaking fit. My luck. At some point it was. It is what it is. At least it's not like the old house. AT&T is garbage. Spectrum is better. 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line. Cook, first down. First down for the Bills. Can they run the clock down or get a touchdown? Kawhi's in Scarborough. Or he is, yeah. Did he go to the Uncle Dennis cafeteria? 8:43 to go in the 4th quarter for the apartment internet is good. Well, that's good. Third and 1. It's a 3rd down and 1. His knee goes down before the first down marker. 3rd down and 1. Tush push. Yes, it is. Allen gets the first, and he keeps going. 30-yard line, first down. $8:03 to go. Allen throws, caught. Second and 10. Hands it off. Nope. Allen still has it. 3rd down. But he gains yardage. Broncos think they have the ball. Bills still have the ball. 6:50 in the 4th quarter. 3rd down. Bills might have fumbled it again. Fumbled it. Bills picked it back up. 3rd down on the play. Player down hurt for the Bills. Probably. Covered by Buffalo at the 23. 3rd and 5. Waiting for the next play. Player down hurt for the Broncos. Bills are still driving. Hmm. 24 hours of Daytona, I guess. Waiting for the next play. Montreal, Ottawa both played January 17th, 1996. Ottawa returned to the NHL in 96. But they've played many times since then. This day to day. Oh, well, there you go. The first game since they came back. Okay, or at least against Montreal. .639 to go. Bills still have the ball, 3rd and 5. In the 4th quarter, the clock will run. Allen runs to the outside. He has room. First down. First down for Josh Allen. And the Bills are getting closer and closer to another AFC title game, going on the road no matter who they play. Whether it's the Patriots or Texans. First and 10. Hands it off, flips it to Cook. That's a yard. Quickly letting the clock run. Or just letting the clock run. Second and 10. At the 19-yard line, Allen throws short. Second down, now a 3rd down. Close tackle, that's about 3rd and 8. Hufanga makes the tackle. Curtis Samuel got a 2-yard catch, 3rd and 8. 4:40. So we'll be under the 4-minute mark if they get a field goal. A field goal would make it a 4-point game. Broncos would need a touchdown. But with a touchdown, they could take the lead instead of just be down a point or tied if they get a 2-pointer. At the 12-yard line, can the Bills find a first down? Allen throws short. It hits the ground, but Shakir, is it a touchdown? It is not. 4th and 8. 4th and 8. The ball hit the ground as he caught it. It is called incomplete. 4th and 8. Let's see. Yeah, it did bounce off the ground. Ball did bounce off the ground. Incomplete. Incomplete. 4th and 8. Prater to kick a field goal to give them a 4-point lead. A field goal will not tie the game, but a touchdown will take the lead for the Broncos. Bills defense has to stand tall. 4:14 to go in the 4th quarter. Just above 4 minutes left. Prater kicks, and it's good. 20, 7-23, 4-point game for the Bills. 31-yard field goal. Matt Prater. It's 27-23. Broncos could take the lead with a touchdown. Field goal does not tie the game. 49ers Seahawks, the other game today. We'll keep an eye on it, but we're not fully covering it. Patriots will be with the Morocco game. Double live tomorrow, and then Bears Rams. We'll review all 4 games once they're all over after Bears Rams is over. Then we got the AFC Championship, NFC Championship next Sunday, and if the Patriots make it, I'll probably go live for both anyway, but it'd be awesome if the Patriots make it and then win and then go to the Super Bowl, and then I'm going live for the NFC Championship to find out who their opponent is. And we're only reviewing the Super Bowl, no Super Bowl live stream. Caught. And he's hit. 4 minutes to go, 4:06. 3 timeouts per team. Lovely. 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. First and 10. Nix goes and caught at the sideline. Sutton catches the ball, toe tap, first down, and out of bounds. First and 10. Bo Nix throws. Second down and 9. Adkins catches it, goes down instantly. 3:50 to go. $3:30 to go. Bills lead the AFC Divisional game. And that's tipped, but hit behind the line is Mims. 3rd down and 12. 3 minutes to go in this game. Broncos close to being eliminated. Oh, that's cool. Atlanta's jersey, if that's their real new jersey, that's going to be cool. Well, 241, Atlanta United, mind you. 238. Bo Nix throws. Caught by Cortland Sutton at the 40. 2:29 to go. $2:15 to go, and they're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. 2:13. Player down hurt. Timeout before the 2-minute warning. 2:02. That'll be the 2-minute warning. We have 2 minutes left. Slavkovsky scores on the power play. Two more minutes. Fourth quarter. Vinicius overrated. At this point, you might be right. The Packers are extending Matt LaFleur. That's not why. Why would you? No, you do the opposite. You fire him. You fire him. Okay. See if the Broncos, the Bills make a stop. Two minutes to go. NFL. The NFL put that on their Instagram. LaFleur is extended. The NFL confirmed it. First and 10, 2-minute warning. We'll be under 2 minutes. And here comes Bo Nix. He gets pushed back to the 50. He throws out of bounds. Second down. 154. Broncos need a touchdown to take the lead. Field goal puts them down by 1. 154. Broncos at this point have to score a touchdown. NFL accounts showed it. Yep. $154. The Bills might just knock the Broncos out of the playoffs for the second successive year. This time in Denver. Maybe I should not have been afraid of the Broncos. Bo Nix throws. Caught. That'll be a third down. Cortland Sutton pushes them to a 3rd down and 4, 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 3, somewhere around that range. 3rd and 4, 1:38 to go. If the Bills get a stop here, you best believe the Broncos will go for it on 4th down. Especially if it's like 4th and 1. They're in the 30s. They're at the 32-yard line. 1:17 to go. Perfectly winded the clock. Bo Nix takes the outside route. And he's going to get a 1st down and slides at the 25. 1st down and 10 with 1 minute to go. And I think the Broncos took their first time out of the half. 1:01 to go. 1st down for Bo Nix. Wild. 1:01. Timeout for the Broncos. 1 minute to go. 61 seconds left in the game. Trey Watt is out. Trey Watt is out. Hobbled. .101 to go at the 26-yard line. Broncos need a touchdown, and they've perfectly timed this. Deep ball. Complete. Touchdown, Broncos. And Mims holding his lower back. Touchdown. He might have hurt himself. Marvin Mims Jr. Touchdown. 2-point lead for the Broncos. Will they go for 2 to make it a touchdown game? Marvin Mims catches the ball, and he's holding his lower back. 26-yard touchdown catch. See what the Broncos do here. 27-29. Will they kick the extra point? Or did he not get a foot in bounds? Wait, did he not get both feet in bounds? Is that what they're looking at? Did he not get both feet in bounds? He got hurt for nothing. No, he got both feet in bounds. They're going for the extra point. Touchdown for the Broncos. And the Bills have a minute with 3 timeouts to score at least a field goal to take this to overtime. And Lutz kicks the field goal. It's 27-30. Bills have a minute to score a touchdown. With 55 seconds with 3 timeouts. To at least get to field goal range. But touchdown wins, field goal ties for the Bills. They at least have overtime possible. But the way the Bills' offense has been going, I could see them scoring a touchdown. With 3 timeouts and 55 seconds, I could see it. We'll be live for the Canada game at 9. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. 55 seconds. Nigeria won the 3rd place game of the AFCON, Canada, Guatemala. 2.5 hours away. They left too much time. Probably. I think they did. With 3 timeouts, I think they did. Unless the Bills put on the floor again, which that's the reason they might lose this game. They put up a good effort. Bills trying to return to the 30, to the 25, 28-yard line. 50 seconds. Mecole Hardman to the 28-yard line. Let's check that. 27-yard line. All right. 50 seconds. 3 timeouts. Touchdown wins. Field goal goes to overtime. It is Denver, so it might be a little bit longer of a field goal. 26 yards to the field goal target line for Prater. Now, of course, he has come off of injury. He's gotten older. You might want to get a bit closer. They're playing with MLSers. That's what a big CONCACAF team does, play in January. Josh Allen flips it to Kincaid. Timeout? No. 2nd down. Funnily enough, I don't think the USA has a January camp. It doesn't sound like it. Either way. Mexico did, though. So the MLSers and CPLers, Sholajimo got called up. Sun loves that. Timeout for the Bills, 41 seconds to go. Taking their first timeout. 26 career game-winning drives for Josh Allen, one in the postseason. That was last week against Jacksonville. Because whenever a team gets the ball last in a Buffalo game, it's normally Patrick Mahomes. Made a 64-yard field goal in 2013 with the Broncos for Matt Prater. He's not the same guy as he used to be, but that's pretty cool. In Mile High. But, yeah, I remember that. Either way. 2nd and 1, 41 seconds. Bills. Josh Allen. Throws deep. It's caught and out of bounds. Caught and out of bounds. First down, Brandon Cooks. Well, they finished top of the octo. I think he caught that. They're going to check it. Maybe too close to the sideline. 3rd and 1. Oh, it's 3rd and 1. That does not count. They have overturned the throw. Well, that's the game probably. 37 seconds, 3rd and 1. Bills. 17 seconds left on the play clock. Offside. Jumps offside. That's a first down. Neutral zone infraction. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Pushes the Bills forward. 37 seconds, pushes them forward by 5 yards. Hello, Ryan. Today my Seahawks play. We'll keep an eye on it. Play Canada game. At the 39-yard line. They got to get past midfield to be in field goal range. Snap. Allen. Throws. Deep. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 32 seconds. Keon Coleman. Didn't even have a chance to catch that. .32 seconds. Snap taken. Josh Allen throws short to Shakir. Oh, a trick play. First down and more. 24 seconds left. Timeout. Taken by the Bills. Davis on the end around. What a play by the Bills. Flip from Shakir to Davis. They flip the field. 20 seconds. You got 1 timeout and sideline shots. You're in field goal range. Hey, that worked, though. It worked, though. 30 seconds. 24. 1st and 10. 1 timeout to go for the Bills. Josh Allen. At the 32-yard line. 32-yard line for the Bills. 24 seconds with a timeout. Touchdown wins the game. Field goal sends it to overtime. Snap to Allen. Empty backfield. Throws deep. Incomplete. Cooks. No flag. 2nd and 10. Bolduc finally scores. It's been a while. Damn. I remember when he was scoring every game earlier in the year. I don't know. I feel like maybe either way. It's 19 seconds. 1 timeout. 1 in the backfield. Allen throws incomplete off the fingers of Shakir. 16 seconds, 3rd and 10. They don't get the first down here. They're kicking the field goal. Our first playoff overtime? Maybe. Third and 10. $16 seconds. Allen throws down the middle, incomplete, and it's going to be a field goal try to send it to overtime. Well, and Matt Prater to send this game to overtime, unless there's a kickoff return. Matt Prater, 18 for 20 in the postseason, long 55. It's a 50-yard attempt. 4th and 10. Bills to tie the game. If he misses, the Broncos are going to the AFC Championship, and he's been iced. Timeout. Jake Evans was just offside. Wow. Prater. Brazil, Morristown, New Jersey base. 50-yard attempt for overtime. Unless crazy stuff happens on the kickoff. 50 yards for the tie. Prater kicks it. It is good. Tie game. Our first playoff overtime. Matt Prater. 5 seconds left on the clock. Both teams get a chance to score in overtime. 50-yard field goal's good for Matt Prater. It's 30-30. We're going to overtime unless there's a crazy kickoff moment, which the Bills know well, crazy kickoff moments. So I wouldn't put that away. I wouldn't say it's over till it's over, or at least regulation's over till it's over. We may be going to overtime for the first time all playoffs. And of course, it's the Bills. It's either a heartbreaker on a horrible kickoff or going to overtime. Wishnowski to kick it off. 5 seconds to go. 1 timeout each, but I don't think they'll fumble the kickoff with less than 5 seconds left to go. It'd be funny if they did. And that's going to be a lasered kick. 5, 4, 3, and they kneel it. 1 second to go. We're going to overtime. Unless, well, there's no way, right? 1st and 10. 3 seconds left on the clock. 1 timeout for the Broncos. They can't really go for it all, just have another field goal try. I think we're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. Bo Nix. And they're going to kneel it out. We're going to overtime. Okay. 30-30 at the end of regulation. We're going to overtime. Both teams get a chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. Both teams have opportunity to possess the ball. If scores tied after each team's first possession, next score will win the game. 3 timeouts per team. No coaches' challenges. All reviews initiated by a replay official. Safety on the first possession wins the game. One interception would as well. Like, wouldn't a pick six or a scoop and score end it as well? I would think so. Like, in theory, wouldn't it? Hold on. Let me look this up. You would think so if a safety does. Hold on. Yes. In the NFL playoffs, if the NFL playoffs, a defensive touchdown like a pick six would end the game immediately, even if it's on the first possession of overtime before the other team has a chance to score. It's because playoff overtime rules guarantee both teams a possession unless the first team to possess the ball scores a defensive touchdown or safety, or if the game ends in a tie, which cannot happen in the playoffs. So if there is a pick six for the first team to give away to have the ball, game over. We're going to overtime. Overtime rules in the playoffs. Overtime rules for NFL postseason games. If the score is still tied at the end of an overtime period, $10-minute period. Okay. We're going to overtime. It's 50-50 win percentage or win probability here. We got overtime. Start of overtime. Here we go. And the Bills kick off. The Broncos will start in overtime. Broncos will start in overtime. And here we go. 30-30. Broncos start with a ball. 15 minutes of overtime football. And Mims is pushed out and he's okay. He's playing. That's the good news for the Broncos. Bo Nix. We're going to overtime, and we're in overtime. 14:56. 2 drives. Each team will get a drive unless there's a pick six, safety, or a scoop and score. .22 of 39 in this game. 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Another power play for Habs. 1st and 10. Trey Watt's back in as well at the 28-yard line for the Bills, or the Broncos. Same timing rules apply in this quarter as the fourth quarter. 5 seconds on the play clock. Broncos, Sutton goes down, and that's a 1st down. 1st and 10. If the Broncos score a touchdown, that means the Bills have to score a touchdown. And then if the Broncos score any points on their next drive, they win the game. So, for example, okay. 1st and 10, 14:22 left in overtime. Bo Nix throws, caught, incomplete. Dropped at the end of the play, 2nd and 10. Just a drop ball through the hands. Wow. Okay. 2nd and 10. Second and 10. At the 40-yard line, or 39-yard line. Bo Nix throws it short. Mims hit at the line and behind it. 3rd down. 3rd down, 3rd down. Bills push them to a 3rd down. If they get the ball without allowing any points, a field goal wins the game. They have to get a stop on 3rd and 11 here. If they get a stop and force a punt, any points will win the football game and send them to the AFC title game. Now, they have to get a stop here on 3rd and 11. Broncos are up against it. The Broncos are up against it. Bo Nix, audibles, 1 man in the backfield in the shotgun, 4 seconds. Snap, Bo Nix being rushed, throws, it's caught! It's caught! No, he dropped it! 4th and 11, Cortland Sutton dropped. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball, Cortland Sutton. And we're going to see a punt. He dropped the ball, and it went through his arms. Cortland Sutton dropped the ball. That honestly describes both Caulfield's goal and Cortland Sutton's drop. Punt by Crawshaw. A field goal wins the game for Buffalo. A field goal wins the game for Buffalo. Crawshaw takes a snap at the end of the clock. It's blocked. It's a tipped punt, but it lands at the 5 and out of bounds. And the Bills have it, and if they get a field goal, they win the game. Lol. 2-0. 13 minutes to go. Can the Bills drive to field goal range? They've had a pretty good offensive game. Next score wins the game. If the Broncos get the ball back, depending on what the Bills do, well, if the Broncos get the ball back, that means they didn't score. At the 8-yard line for the Bills. At the 8-yard line for the Bills. They need to drive to field goal range. They have 13 minutes to do so. Allen hands off to Cook, and he's hit at the line. Okay, that wasn't the smartest decision. 2nd down. 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. 0-6 career record at overtime. 0-2 in the postseason for Josh Allen. Can he get his first ever overtime win? Dude's been in the league since what, 2018? Holy shit. It's been almost a decade. He hasn't won a playoff or postseason overtime game or any overtime game for that matter. That's crazy. 46 yards to the field goal line for the Bills. They got to get a couple of first downs. More than a couple. They got to get a few. Allen in the pocket. Steps out. Time to throw. Nope. He tucks and runs for 6 yards, 12 down, or 12 minutes, third down. 3rd and 5. Just got to get to the tush-push level. 3rd and 5. Third and 5. 11:50. Five seconds left on the play clock. Snaps it with a second to go. Allen steps out. Throws. Caught. Kincaid. First down. They extend the drive. First down, Bills. The Bills will be going to the AFC Championship if they win in overtime. We'll be watching the first couple of plays of the NFC game as well. Let's put it on this multi-view. There we go. Okay. And that's a yard or two. 23 minutes to kick off of the Seahawks 49ers game. 2nd and 7. Well, I guess we don't need the multi-view, but whatever. It's fine. Did they push it because this game went to overtime, or were they bullshitting about it being 7 o'clock? 2nd and 7, 10:28 left in the Bills game. At the 35-yard line will be the first down marker. Timeout taken by the Broncos. Yep, Broncos took timeout. Okay. Seven teams will be left in the NFL playoffs by the time this Bills-Broncos game is over. And then 6 teams at the end of the night. 5 teams after Patriots-Texans. 4 teams after Bears and Rams. Second and 7. Next play of the game. 2nd and 7 for the Bills. Allen, under center, takes a snap. Steps forward. Throws. It's completed, but hit at the line. 3rd down. 10 minutes to go. Sam Darnold lost his only career playoff start last season with the Vikings. He's had an injured oblique, and he's got to play through that. It's going to be interesting. It's 3rd and 7. Allen throws short. They have room to run. First down, Bills. Bills first down. They keep pushing. They're being pushed against the wall, and they push off the wall. Davis first down. He hit the first down marker. He got there. He got there. 1st and 10. They are, what, 10, 14 yards from a field goal try? Even though you want it closer, you certainly do. Pitch to Cook. Cook gets a yard. Stop running the damn ball. 2nd down. Throw the fucker. Come on now. 8 minutes to go. We will be back live for the Canada-Guatemala game. Second and 10. They didn't even get a yard. The 37-yard line. Caught! No! Incomplete! Out of the hands! 3rd down and 10. Hardman drops the ball. Third and 10. 2 and 2 on 3rd down this drive for the Bills. They'll have to go for it on 4th no matter what. They have to. Allen throws deep. Caught! First. And it's the Broncos ball. It's a pick. The Broncos have the ball. McMillan picked off the Bills. Wow. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. He rips it out of the hands of Shakir or Cooks. He ripped it out of the hands of Cooks. Cooks goes down. Let's see what the call is. He ripped it out of Cooks' hands. Caught by Cooks. He goes down. Then it's ripped out of his hands. Let's see what the call is. It's either incomplete, intercepted, or Cooks caught it, then went down. They got it ripped out of his hands. It's one of the three. But this will be checked. And no, it's going to be Broncos ball. It is Broncos ball. 1st and 10. Broncos score a field goal. They win the game. Confused. I think Buffalo wants to challenge. They're going to check the play. Bills, have they challenged? 1st and 10. They have not challenged. 1st down and 10. Buffalo field goal, or Denver field goal wins the game. Hit at the line. 2nd and 7. Second and 7, 7:02 in overtime. Bo Nix throws, caught. And that's going to be a first down and more to the 40, to the 50. Hit out of bounds. First down and 10. There's no way. I can't believe that wasn't called overturned. I think Bills fans are going to feel bad. First and 10. Next score wins the game. I don't know. I feel like they should have challenged that completely. Nix throws deep. Tipped. No pick. Second down and 10. Second and 10. 11 yards to a field goal for the Broncos. Timeout, Buffalo. Jesus. $6:09 to go. Second and 10. Can the Bills keep this game alive? They have to get a stop no matter what. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Flag on the play, and the Broncos still have the ball. Oh, that's game. That was in field goal range. That's game. 6:04 pass interference. And that's going to do it. Broncos are in field goal range unless they want to get closer. Damn. Pass interference, defense. Spot foul, roughing the passer, penalties declined. Anti-legacy game for Josh Allen. Cortland Sutton, PI. Johnson gets called for it, and that's the game. Depends if they want to kick the field goal now or get closer. First and 10 with 6 minutes to go in overtime. They want to put the dagger down Buffalo's heart. They don't want to just kick a field goal. They want to end the game. I mean, this is still a long field goal, though. Bo Nix hit at the line. Second down. 5 minutes left. PI. That's a terrible call. Second and 12. Will Lutz. What a wild game. 10 minutes to kick off for the 49ers and Seahawks. Canada don't play till 9, but at this point, this game won't end until 9 o'clock. 5:31. Nix throws a deep ball. It's incomplete. Flag on the play. Mims. PI once again by the Bills. Trey White called for PI with 2 yards to go. And Josh Allen knows what that means. Game over. Pass interference defense. First down at the 2. Game over. Broncos are going to survive and go to the AFC Championship game and host it against the Patriots or Texans. Unless some crazy shit ends up happening. Will Lutz missing a chip shot field goal, or they get Seattled. First and goal. 2 yards, 30-30. Josh Allen knows his season is over unless, well, it's actually at the 7-yard line. 7-yard line. And they're going to kneel. The Broncos are going to kneel. Second and goal. And they're going to bring on their field goal unit. And Will Lutz for the win. To win the game, Will Lutz. 13 career game-winning field goals, 0 in the postseason. His 9th season. He hasn't hit one for the Saints. Oh. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. Flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bills. For Trey White, half the distance to the goal, first down. And that's a closer field goal, you bunch of idiots. You just gave Will Lutz the chip shot of his life. If he misses this, knowing how good he is for the Saints, or was for the Saints. What a bunch of dumbasses. 4:54 to go, first and goal. Broncos will win this football game. I don't see Will Lutz missing this field goal. If he does, the Broncos will get the ball, or the Bills will get the ball back. 24-yard attempt for the AFC Championship game. There's no way Will Lutz misses this. They're going to ice him. Timeout, Bills. There's no way. That was dumb, too. Bills completely just fell apart. The worst time possible. I think the Patriots could beat the Broncos, though. They're undefeated on the road. And the Broncos, they haven't put the ball on the ground as much, but they look like shit. Let's not lie. I think the Patriots could beat the Broncos in Denver. Watching what I'm watching, I could see it. Either way. For the win, Will Lutz, 24 yards. Of course, the Patriots have to win tomorrow, but we'll find that out first. Or we'll find that out tomorrow. First and goal, 20-some-yard field goal is good. And the Broncos are going to the AFC Championship, 33-30. Will Lutz, 23-yard field goal, sends the Broncos to the AFC Championship game. (30-33). Broncos survive. Broncos will host the Patriots or Texans, whoever wins tomorrow. San Francisco and Seattle play next, but we're not live for that one. We're live for the Canada game, but we will have time to keep an eye on the Texans or the Seahawks 49ers while the Canada game goes on. We'll see you at 9 o'clock, 8:55 for the Canada game. So about an hour and 45 minutes. I'll see you hour 45 minutes from now for Canada v. Guatemala. or maybe we do change our plans depending on how that site works. Either way, third-party site works. But I will see you later. Broncos move on. Bills are eliminated. The clear path wasn't so clear. Congratulations to Denver. Hopefully the Patriots are the ones who see you next week. Buffalo, you're going home. With that being said, I will see you later. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you in 1 hour and 45 minutes for the Canada game, and then we'll review that once it's over, unless the third-party site doesn't work for that game. So there's still a possibility of no review today, but we'll see. With that being said, I will see you soon. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you.